everyone. Welcome to Chinese calligraphy class. Join our artist Jojo Leo in this beginners Chinese calligraphy class. Today, Jojo will be teaching traditional Chinese calligraphy basics, including how to hold a brush, write basic strokes, and write while standing. Jojo Leo was taught and inspired by her grandfather to practice Chinese calligraphy from a young age. Because of her love and passion for creative arts, she has adopted a modern twist to traditional Chinese calligraphy. Her work showcases a perfect balance of traditional calligraphy art with a modern flair. Her hope is to continue to spread the passion of Chinese calligraphy in a contemporary art form. She is a current board member for the San Francisco Chinese Art Association and a member of the American Artist. If you have any questions, please use our chat box or question answers feature. We will answer at the end of the session. Enjoy the class. Let me hand it over to Jojo. Hi, Jojo. Everything is yours now, and you can start the class, and our learners are here. They will learn, and welcome everyone.
All right. Thank you so much for the introduction, and I'm apologize for being late. It's a little bit of difficulty on my side. So good evening, everyone. My name is Jojo Liu. I am a San Francisco-based Chinese calligraphy artist. I inspired to do calligraphy since I was 10. My grandfather is a very big fan of Chinese calligraphy. And for the last 5 years, I work with the local shops. During the Chinese New Year, I present and demonstrate Chinese calligraphy live, and also work with local libraries to provide in-person program. And since March last year, I couldn't do any of the in-person programs. But I'm very honored and to present this program at your library, and it's a virtual program. And I have a question for you as well before we started. Is anybody out there want to share with the groups what interests you about this programs, or have you tried Chinese calligraphy before? And feel free to share your response in the chat box. And I will monitor it throughout the sessions. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm started teaching calligraphy with a passion for preserving Chinese calligraphy and sharing the Chinese culture. And today I will be introducing to you the basics to Chinese calligraphy. And Chinese calligraphy has a history over 2,000 years, and it's viewed as not just a form of decorative art, but also a means of self-expression and cultivation. And it's a true representation of Chinese culture. And calligraphy in Chinese is called 书法. The 书 refers to the books, and 法 refers to the way. And put it together, it means the way the book is written, which is the art of calligraphy. And let me introduce you the tools or the supplies that we use in calligraphy. So these are the brushes that we use in calligraphy. They can make of ox hair, fox hair, goat hair, and fox hairs being the most expensive type. So this one is for the largest font and we use it for 大楷. And this one we use it for the medium fonts and we call it 中楷. This one we use it for the smallest fonts and we call it 小楷. So what else you need is the ink, and this is a liquid type of ink. It comes in a bottle. It's 500 grand. I think it's only costing 15 to 16 on Amazon. Also, I have a ink dish holder. Also, you have a cup of water as well for a rinsing purpose. Let me show you. This is the paper that we use in calligraphy, and it's called 宣纸. It's also called rice paper. It's a very thin paper. When you touch it, it has two different surfaces. And one surface is so much smooth, the other surface is not as smooth. And I always use the smoother side because it has less friction. And as you can see, there's some grips or box on it. It's easier for beginner to visualize the words and to fit into this box. And underneath of my paper, I also have a black cloth, and it's
Jojo,
yeah.
will you be able to show your table where you are placing the paper and all that? We are not able to see that.
Yeah, so let me show it to you with
Okay.
a second camera.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Jojo. Yeah, we are able to see it now.
Okay, so here's the second camera and placing underneath the paper. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is holding the brush. So here's my brush. So holding a brush is different than holding a pen. Holding a pen, you use 3 fingers, but holding a brush, you use 5 fingers. So you don't want to hold up too high or too low either. So you want to be on the middle part of your brush. So I have my second and third finger up front, and then my first finger is on it, and my fourth and fifth finger is on the back. And here's how it looks. Okay. So the next thing is about the arms. So you want to practice your calligraphy not only on this part of your hand, but instead you use your entire arms when you try to write a calligraphy work. And there are 2 ways to write calligraphy, and that is the writing position. So there's one way to do it. It's a writing a standing position. Standing position is because Eastern arts we go horizontal. So standing position, it gives you a really good way to practice the vertical stroke. And when you come down writing with the sitting position, you know exactly what your muscle memories are, and also you can really have a good way to practice before you sitting. So today I am sitting, and I also want you guys to make sure that you sit up straight, have your feet flat on the floor, and your paper should be placing in front of you and then straight. And make sure your head and your shoulder and your arm should be relaxing. So let's take a look at the first stroke that we're going to learn for today. This is Kaisu, and in calligraphy style, there are two main type of Chinese calligraphy fonts, and one is called Kaisu, and it can be characterized as neat and straight. And the second one is what we call the Xingsu. It's a little bit more curtsy and fast moving. And today I'm going to show you a few simple strokes in Kaisu, and those are the fundamental in calligraphy.
Are you going to show something, Jojo?
Yeah.
A second camera? Okay, good.
Yeah, so there are many great calligraphy artists in the history, and we usually have the copy books and when we're practicing. And this is one of the book I have for beginner. It's been with me about like for 20 years. And so the name of this book is called, so this is the name of the calligrapher, Liu Gongquan. And then Jiesu, it means can be characterized as neat and straightforward. And Tie, it's a copy book. So let me flip into the very first page. And that's what we're gonna learn today. It's the horizontal stroke, 一横. So we started from the tip of the brush, go opposite direction, press down, and then move across. And lift up your brush and round it up. And the arrows here is representing the motion of the stroke. And here's how it looks for horizontal stroke. And we call it 一横. Okay, so let me show it to you on the paper. So first, I'm gonna rinse in this brush. And then I have a little paper or towel, just dab onto it. Let's just get rid of the excessive water. And I'm using about like 1/3 of brush into the ink dish holder, and using the edge to get rid of the excess water. Because I know since it's very absorbing, so I don't want to get too watery to start with. But if you don't have students at home, you can also practice with other type of paper, such as the newspaper or other, or the printed paper as well. But be mindful that different type of paper have a different level of absorbing ink. Okay, so using the tip of the brush, so go opposite direction. And then toward the ends, you lift up your brush and round it up. So again, this is what we call 一横, horizontal stroke. So let's practice. If you have the supplies with you, and feel free to follow along. And we're gonna practice a couple more. Again, this is a horizontal stroke, 一横. And let's do a 2 horizontal stroke, and this is what we call the number 2 R. The first stroke is a little shorter than the second one. Okay, this is the number 2. And let's practice with 3 horizontal stroke. And this is the word number 3, sun. So the first and second stroke is a little shorter, and then the third stroke is the longest one. Okay, so this is number 3, sun. So how's everybody practice with the horizontal stroke? Good? Great. Let's take a look at the next stroke. It's called the vertical stroke. So there are 2 ways to do a vertical stroke. And the first way, we're going to start with the tip of the brush, go opposite direction, and then press down. And you can either round it up from the right or from the left. And the second way to do it is more a needle-like vertical stroke. And we started from the tip of the brush, go opposite direction, and then press down a little as sharp as you can. Okay. I'm going to start with the tip of the brush, go opposite direction. And then toward the end, you round it up. Let me show it to you in this box one more time, and it's going to be very slowly. So using the tip of the brush, go opposite direction. And then toward the ends, you round it out. Again, this is a horizontal stroke, 移速. And the second way to do a horizontal stroke is the needle-like vertical stroke. So we're going to start with the tip of the brush, go opposite direction, and then press down. And leave as sharp as you can. Okay, so let's practice with a couple words. So the first word we're going to practice is called Zhong, means the middle. So the first stroke is a horizontal stroke. And then the second stroke is first stroke is a vertical stroke, and second stroke is a horizontal stroke turning vertical. And then this is the third stroke. And then the fourth stroke is the needle-like vertical stroke. Again, this is the word Zhong. It means the middle. And the next word we're going to practice is combine it with the horizontal stroke and vertical stroke. And this is the word Zhong. It means square or right. So we're going to start with the horizontal stroke first. And then following along with a vertical stroke. Then the last stroke is a horizontal stroke, and we wanted to make it a little longer. Again, this is the word zheng. It means square or right. All right, so let's learn the third stroke of the day, and this is the dots, and we call it 一点. So using the tip of the brush, go opposite direction, make a like a half circle, and then run it up. And this is what we call the dots, 一点. All right, so let's practice a couple words, and those are the meaningful words. So the first word we're gonna do is called 家. It means family. So we're gonna start with the little dots here. So again, this is the word 家 means the family. Let's practice for a couple more times. And this is the word 家 means a family. So the next word we're gonna write is called 友, means friends or friendship. So we're gonna start with the horizontal stroke first. And the second stroke is the downward stroke to the left. Again, this is the word yo, means friends or friendship. So the one last word we're gonna write here is called fu. It means happiness or blessing. This word a little bit more complicated because we have two radicals here. So we're gonna start with the radical on the left first. So this is the word fu, means happiness or blessing. So let's take a look at the words that we just wrote here. So the first one is 家, it means family. The second one here is 友, means friends or friendship. The last one here is called 福, it's happiness or blessing. All right, so that's all I have for today. And how's everybody doing?
We're all doing good, Jojo. I
Yeah.
didn't hear any questions and answers or on any chat, but excellent work. We really enjoying this. Oh my gosh. It's really difficult, I think, right?
Yeah. Thank you so much for your comments. And writing on it has those calming effects. So it helps you to meditate and focus on what you're doing. And it's sort of difficult to practicing with this with the word, but once you practice more on the stroll, and it should be getting easier every time you do it.
Yeah, you're really an awesome teacher, and we also got excellent comments. Excellent teacher, it's fun. That was really fun. Lot of comments, and there are a lot of people have joined. I think I really am seeing all these things. Let me comment, please. Wait, okay. Excellent work. Excellent teacher. It's fun. You can also see all this chat, I think, right? This was really fun, and everybody, the Kayla, I think she said it's very nice and it's awesome job, and thank you very much. And also thank participants, thank you very much for joining us today for this fun class, learning Chinese calligraphy. This is something different, learning other language. And we really enjoyed it, Jojo. Looking forward to seeing you again for something like a fun program, like maybe like a next class, like maybe like a 101, 102. Do you have like a beginner class, then advanced class, something like that? Definitely, we will see you soon. Thank you very much, and have a good night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and have a good night.